Hello and welcome to today's video from the IELTS coach. Today we are going to do some listening practice, and it's more about giving advice for the difference between the M or N sound and the letter when writing it, especially in a listening exam. So should you write M or N? It is quite difficult without seeing the person making the correct sound. So first, let's have a look at what we are going to do. And these two sounds do sound very similar. So being able to see the speaker can help you choose the correct letter. So if you're in the speaking exam, you can see the person speaking to you, that's okay. In the listening exam, it does become more difficult. But firstly, with correct pronunciation, we can see with M, that's E-M, M, your lips come together. For the second one, N, your tongue separates your lips. So go and do that sound now. M, lips together. N, tongue is separating, usually on the upper teeth. N separates your lips and your teeth. Okay. Now, another way to distinguish between M or N is to learn the spelling of common names and places. So in the IELTS listening test, they will spell the name of a person or the name of a city. If in that spelling you hear the letter M or N and you're not familiar or you're not sure of the sound they made, you need to look at the name and know common names and common spellings. For example, yes, it's a very common brand of car. It's also a female's name. Which spelling do you think is correct? The first one, M, or the second one, N? Most commonly, it will be Mercedes with an N. Next, here, a man's name, usually, is it M or N? Most commonly, it will be Nathan with an N. And the name of a capital city, it should be Manila. Now, it's worth noting, if these are names of people, the spelling can be anything. So you do have to listen for the spelling. But if you're not sure, if it's an M or N, you're not sure from your listening, choose the most common one. Choose the one that you will see 99% of the time. It is possible someone might have the name Matham, beginning with an M. It's possible, very unlikely. Most of the time, their name will be Nathan with an N, but it is possible. But if you're not sure, no, I don't know if I heard N or M, choose the one that is most common and therefore most likely. We also have one more here. This is an obvious mistake with ing. We never have that ending img. So you know. So even if, no, I heard M, but you know it's not possible. Okay, with common spellings, in this case, a common ending. Another tip is to don't just focus on the sound, think of the context of the situation. This is especially true in my first example here of a flight number. It could be an M, it could be an N. How do we know? Well, look at the flight. What is the name of the airline? Norway with an N, airline A, and then the flight number most likely is going to be NA, because that's the context of the situation. Similar here with Michael Smith's student number. It's likely that someone's initials can be used in their student number, so it's most likely to be MS plus the number. Again, the other answer is possible, but what's more likely? I'm more likely to trust the logical response than a language learner's listening skills. And again, with a website name, names can be anything. A website can have any spelling, but what's more logical here? That they use the website Kids Games with an M, not with an N. So it's not just about your listening skills, it's about logic and possibility. What is most possible? What is most likely? Try to trust your listening. If you're not 100% sure, check that it is logical. Check that the answer makes sense. Check that there is something else that can help you get that correct letter, M or N. So let's do some practice here. I will put 6 different answer choices. I'll give you 30 seconds, so start looking at them and make the choice. The listening skills don't matter here. If you write one or both of these answers, it doesn't matter. When you go to check for spelling, check for the correct letter, that's when you can make the correction. So number 1, Jim Banks. Number 2, ESPN.com. Number 3, Anderson. Number 4, curling. Number 5, Rome. Number 6, brain. It doesn't matter what you heard. If you heard M or N, that doesn't really matter. Now it's about being logical, using common sense. What is the correct spelling? What words do you know? And here are the answers. So even though the M or N is a listening problem, not being able to hear it, even sometimes native English speakers can't hear the difference. If something is happening quite quickly, I can't hear it. But I don't rely just on my listening. I rely on my spelling skills. I rely on my knowledge of different places and people's names. It's not just about listening. It is about spelling. It is about how much vocabulary you know, how many words or places you are familiar with. So be comfortable with English place names and common people's names. Get used to that spelling and the combination of letters, of what is more likely. So I hope this will help you with your spelling practice. Do another listening test. If you're still making mistakes with M or N, keep reminding yourself about these 3 ways to tell the difference. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.